Hello and welcome to Hospitality Hotdish, fresh from the oven. I am Kate Conroy, Vice President of Strategic Partnerships here at Hospitality Minnesota, which is a member-driven organization dedicated to educating, supporting, and advocating for Minnesota's hospitality industry. What you can expect from the Hot Dish are conversations with restaurants, hotels, resorts, campgrounds, and the allied members who support those businesses in the state of Minnesota. We release a new episode every other Thursday, so be on the lookout for those. Speaking of which, you can find the Hot Dish just about anywhere you can download a podcast. We even put them up on YouTube. So check us out and don't forget to leave a 5-star review so that the algorithm gets us in front of other awesome people just like you. Special shout out to today's sponsor, D'Amico and Sons, offering lunch, dinner, takeout, and event catering. They're conveniently located in Edina, Golden Valley, and Nicollet Mall. With me today is Cathy Bovard, Director of Operations at D'Amico Catering. Cathy, say hi and let the audience hear your voice.
Hi, everybody.
It's so nice to have you here. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right, first question. Cathy, what is your favorite hot dish?
All right. Well, this is a great question. I have to say that having no young children at home, that I don't do a lot of hot dish cooking anymore, but tuna noodle casserole or tuna noodle hot dish, if you're in Minnesota, Wisconsin, would be my pick. And it is not accurate unless you use chips.
I love that. So tell me, it's a very important question. Do you use cream of mushroom or cream of chicken? And what kind of cheese?
Cream of mushroom, because I do the tuna and the chicken don't mix for me.
Uh-huh.
And I typically do the cheddar cheese.
Oh, so much better than American. I got to give you props.
Thanks.
In my house, there were no chips, and my mom always used American, and we choked it down, but it was not as good as yours, probably.
Well, there's an evolution. There's what you grew up on, then there's how you made it a little bit better. And then there's probably gourmet recipes that may or may not hit the mark.
Now I'm curious if there are any tuna noodle hot dish gourmet recipes. That is like, does somebody start with a roux, do you think?
Someone out there.
That's amazing. Something to look up, something for the internet for later.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. In terms of hospitality, what is your why?
So for me, I do what I do because of how it affects people. I think that the hospitality experience, whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, people are coming in, you're providing a service, you're creating a moment, hopefully a memory that can be super impactful. And as the director of D'Amico Catering, where we're doing catering events, it's a great opportunity to do that in a really magnificent way because we're celebrating people's most prized moments, whether it's a wedding, a birthday, perhaps a memorial or funeral, but even fundraisers. And the people are supporting this organization that they're passionate about, and we're there to help make that a successful experience for them and probably changing lives all along the way. So it can seem rather simple sometimes, taking care of people, but this is a great way to do it. And I get excited every day to get that chance.
That is such a great answer. And as you were talking, I was thinking that I personally am happily divorced for about 5 years, but I still remember where my wedding happened and how that venue took care of me that day. And I have to say that it had not occurred to me, to think about it that way. But you're right. You are part of some people's most important life events, and they will always remember you.
And if they don't remember us, they remember the feelings, right? So we're in the feeling business. We're creating
Yeah.
these feelings, we're creating memories, we're creating community. I mean, at these events, there's often friends, family, other folks who are passionate about the same things that you are, maybe if it's a fundraiser. So we're building that community. And coming out of COVID, we're back to rebuilding a community, right? So it feels even
Yep.
more rewarding to try to be part of what's the new normal, what's going to be how we bring people back together.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Bringing people together and back together. It's such an easy, good thing to do. It feels so good.
It really does. It really does.
Nice. All right, we're going to take a quick break on that note. And when we come back, we're going to dig a little deeper. And we're back. Cathy, another hard hitting question for you. What is your favorite Minnesota escape?
So I'm going to be very broad in that it's anywhere up in the Brainerd Lakes area. The reason why is that it's 2 hours away basically for me, and that makes it very attainable. And I don't want to pick just one place because I do like to bounce around and support all the local resorters as best I can by going to different places. And then I'm also very blessed that my parents have a camp cabin outside of Motley. So really anywhere up there feels like home, and I like to try everything out and fit it on. I love the morning, early morning sunrises or late evening sunsets. I like being on the water, but not necessarily fishing. So that's where I would go and where I would regenerate.
That sounds great. I thought of a really interesting either or question. Are you a sunrise person or a bonfire person?
100% a sunrise person. I start my day early. I love the quiet. I love the birds in the morning. Bonfire means I go to bed with smoke, or I take a shower before I go to bed. And there's usually mosquitoes involved.
Yeah, I don't understand. People have always told me the smoke will keep the mosquitoes away. They lie. They
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. So definitely a morning person. I get up and walk in the morning, get up and run in the morning, do something. And we have a paddleboard up there, paddleboard on the lake where it's glass.
Oh,
Oh,
sounds like
that's the happy
heaven.
place. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, D'Amico and Sons is our sponsor today, but you're with D'Amico Catering. Can you tell me a little bit about that relationship and the three divisions?
Yeah. So D'Amico and Partners is locally owned, been in the business for many decades now. And it is made up of three different divisions. The D'Amico and Sons division is the limited service, where you can get your turkey dried cherry salad and all those good things that you can dine in or take out. We have our full service division that has Lurcott up here right off of Loring Park. And then it has some great restaurants down in Naples, Florida, if you ever get down south, which I recommend in February. And then D'Amico Catering is only in the Minneapolis market, and we are the third prong of the D'Amico and Partners Incorporated. And it's great because we cover the fast casual, we cover full service dining, and then we have our catering division, which is the part that I am very honored to get to lead.
You and I had coffee a little while before Christmas, and you mentioned that it was your busy time. And I have to say, like, props to you. Like, there is a certain love that you have to have for your job to be as busy as you were at Christmas time over the holidays when many people are taking time off. They want to hang out with their family and see their kids and, plan a couple of parties or brunches. And you were just nose to the grindstone that whole time and loving it. Like your face told me you were loving every second, which just tells me so much about how you love your job.
Well, thank you. I mean, if you're in the business to make dreams happen for people, you're going to do it when they want their dream to be made. And that means
Yeah.
sometimes you're working, and it's not just catering, it's all of the divisions of any hospitality. I mean, hotels, all restaurants. I mean, New Year's Eve, I mean, a lot of people even eat out as part of their Christmas tradition to eat at a restaurant versus cooking themselves. So there's tons of hospitality influence folks that are giving up their holidays to make other people's holidays extra special. And we all find other ways to make our holidays special too, right? And
Yeah,
servers are givers.
they are. They really are. This industry is so full of heart, which I just love. All right. One more question. Cathy, what keeps you up at night?
Oof, it's always employee related. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Coming out of Christmas and the holidays, we're kind of in our first quarter of the year, which is a little bit slower. So right now, the worry is for me in terms of our employees is how are they going to get enough hours? How do we make sure we take
Mm.
care of them when the business is a little bit lighter, and make sure that they, can feed their families and do all the things they need to do in life during a slower part of time. And that starts to pick up and we get busy. And then you're worried about making sure, what do I do to make sure that they're getting enough rest? How do we make sure they're getting enough time to rest and relaxation? Maybe go to one of those Minnesota escapes. How are we taking care of them then? We are a very people driven business in all facets of hospitality. And, to make other people happy, we have to have people here that are happy. So how do we keep them happy to do what we do? And it's ever changing. And what worked 10 years ago doesn't work today. And so it's always something that is on my mind. And, first and foremost, I have to run a successful business so I can keep the doors open to keep doing it. I can't employ anybody if we don't have a successful business. So business decisions that affect my ability to be an employer are really important. But it all comes down to the people.
Let set aside your own work-life balance. You are thinking proactively about your team's work-life balance. That's just so phenomenal. Like, another hats off to you. That's just amazing.
Thanks.
Any last thoughts or anything coming up that you'd like to promote?
Well, I am outgoing chair of Hospitality Minnesota. So if you are currently watching right now and you are thinking to yourself, what's this organization about? Should I become a member? The answer is absolutely, you should become a member. And Kate would be happy to answer all your questions, or I certainly would too. But there's so many great resources through the connections of Hospitality Minnesota that are helpful to your business, that it would be a shame for you to miss the opportunity to become more involved and understand and get engaged and help yourself grow so you can help your business grow.
Thank you so much. I did not pay her to do that. She's just shouting me out. Look at that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Happy to help.
How can people get in touch with you if they need to?
Email is probably the best way. So I'm always can be reached at cbovard, Bovard, at D'Amico.com. And give me some time to respond. My inbox is typically very full, but I get to everything eventually.
It's a really good message, because it feels like it's never ending, right? Your inbox is just never ending. But I agree. It might take me 48 hours, but I will definitely get back to you. All right. Thank you. Fantastic. That is our show. One last shout out to our sponsor, D'Amico and Sons, offering lunch, dinner, takeout, and event catering. They're conveniently located in Edina, Golden Valley, and Nicollet Mall. Cathy Bovard, Director of Operations at D'Amico Catering. Thank you so much for joining me today. And to all of you out there listening, we'll see you next time. Bye.